We want to get to some late breaking news tonight. At least one person shot after disturbance at a house in the far west Bexar County.
Yeah, the call came in about 9 o'clock this evening. This is a live picture from the scene. It's on Silver Mine near Galm Road. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says the gunman has been detained. As you can see, though, it's still a very active scene, a very active investigation. We'll pass along any new information as soon as we get it.
And some more breaking news on Highway 90 and Southwest 36th Street. Police were called out to the scene about 30 minutes ago. We're still trying to confirm more details in the case, but you can see that Highway 90 is closed. Traffic is being diverted to the access road. Avoid this area if you can.
The two other news, a crack in the front line in the battle against COVID. Nurses are burned out and considering leaving the profession altogether. The state and nation facing a nurse shortage. It's only expected to get worse. That's
right. The surge of coronavirus cases is already worsening with 920 COVID-19 patients hospitalized in San Antonio. The 19's Patty Santos tells us how the deficit in staffing will impact all of us when we most need them.
Nurses are tired. You know, they've been at this for a while. They've gone through 2 other waves.
CEO of the Texas Nurses Association says those on the front line of care during this pandemic are burned out, discouraged, and ready to get out.
I think, many nurses are deciding that they can't any longer do this. So, and that's a grave concern. If there aren't adequate staff, patients will not have optimal outcomes. Those who might have survived may not survive.
Nurses leaving the profession was a nationwide issue before the pandemic. A study by the Texas Center for Nursing Workforce Studies showed Texas was 27,000 nurses short in 2019. That number projected to be 57,000 by 2032.
If anything, this pandemic has not been good for the shortage.
It represents a challenge for facilities in high-growth areas like Resolute Health Hospital in Comal County.
It's been tough. Certainly, we have some vacancies in the hospital, and those numbers have increased with the growth that we've experienced.
Staff there are working longer days and extra shifts. Traveling nurses have not been as readily available because of the demand nationwide.
That resource is fairly limited today. It was certainly used more in the past. We'd like it to be more, simply to take some of the pressure off, but it's a pretty low number right now.
But the news is not all bleak. There's still a desire to join the profession.
What I've heard and what I hear from schools of nursing is they have actually seen an increase in applicants, that people are interested. They want to help. They see this happening with COVID and they want to step up.
And the problem is that there is also a staffing shortage to be able to teach those future nurses. What I'm also hearing is that a lot of nurses that work in hospitals are leaving those jobs to become traveling nurses, where they can oftentimes get paid a little bit more. Hospitals are offering bonuses to hire new nurses. Jeff, Steve?
Patty, thank you. More mothers who are pregnant are ended up in the hospital with COVID-19. University Hospital saw about 1 mother a month who had the illness. Now the hospital says with infections spreading so quickly, they've had to treat up to 3 pregnant women at one time. Many are unvaccinated. Dr. Patrick Ramsey says the chances of their baby being born with COVID are low, but the vaccine is helpful in keeping patients out of the hospital. Dr. Ramsey says there is an added benefit for expecting moms.
Those antibodies that mom makes from the vaccine cross the placenta and give the baby some protection for the first few months after birth.
Baptist Health System also treating moms with COVID. They say some have needed supplemental oxygen, intubation in ICU, and some even had to deliver their babies prematurely. And if you still have a few questions about the vaccine, tomorrow is your chance to call into our KSAT community phone bank with Dr. Teresa Barton from University Health. It's from 5 to 7 tomorrow. We'll provide the number to call on KSAT.com and in our early newscast tomorrow.
And meanwhile, Mayor Ron Nirenberg trying to get the word out on vaccinations and mask wearing. While he cannot mandate them, he is asking you to help consider these potentially life-saving options. The mayor saying school districts are voicing similar concerns as students prepare to head back to school.
And the concerns are that they have really little control, given the governor's order, about requiring these basic mitigation measures. And if you look at the CDC recommendation, the CDC guideline says if you are a child going back to school, you should go back in a mask. So we are asking them to do that.
Mayor Nirenberg and Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff requesting the governor give them the power to mandate safeguards for schools and government offices, but were essentially dismissed via some of the governor's comments on Twitter. Health officials continue to say masking is meant to help stop the spread and vaccinations are the solution and will likely keep people out of area hospitals. We're also tracking the trends in cases, hospitalizations, and vaccinations online. You can see how some of the data mirrors what we witnessed last summer. We have all of it laid out for you online at KSAT.com. All you have to do is click on this story.
For the first time since her tragic and gruesome death, the family of a Northside ISD school teacher is sharing her story. Carla Lynn Boyd's body was discovered last month during a welfare check. The medical examiner said Boyd suffered traumatic injuries. But her daughter tells me, despite this unexpected loss, she wants people to remember her mother for the life she lived.
Phone conversations and just being with her in general. Seeing her be a grandma, that's what I'll miss most.
Amanda is talking about her mother, 57-year-old Carla Lynn Boyd. For privacy concerns, she asked not to show her face, but she spent the afternoon with us speaking about Boyd. She was the rock of their family.
Such a strong woman for just everything I've ever seen her go through. She just did it with such grace and beauty.
On July 14th, Boyd's body was discovered in her home on White Mulberry. After this tragic discovery, Bexar County Sheriff's deputies searched for her relative, Andrew Boyd Tintons, who was living with Boyd. Investigators listed him as a missing person. Deputies say 2 days later, they found Tintons dead in West Virginia with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Amanda says she doesn't want her mother's memory to be overshadowed by this dark crime. She says she wants her to be remembered as the passionate math teacher she was at Connolly Middle School. For 30 years, she taught at Northside ISD.
The kids just love her, and just like how I love her. So it's really cool to share that with probably so many kids.
Amanda says her mother was hardworking. She taught her to be the woman and mother she is today.
Just really did her best.
She says she will keep her memories of her mother going strong. Amanda also had this to say to other families out there.
Call your mom every day, tell her that you love her, and mental health is really important, and don't let it go unaddressed.
Some great advice right there. Bexar County deputies say at the time they were searching for Tintons, they believed he may have been involved in Boyd's death. They add that this case remains under investigation, but they're not looking for any other suspects.
Car break-ins, vandalism, thefts. Knowing what's happening in your neighborhood can help you combat crime. And now the San Antonio Police Department has a new tool to get that information right to your phone. San Antonio Police say the text alerts tailor notifications based on the user's zip code. The alerts can notify users of crime trends in their neighborhood, updates on critical incidents, and upcoming events. The West Care Foundation, working with the San Antonio Police Department, they say a network of neighbors also important when you're trying to combat crime.
Our role is to literally be the boots on the ground who are working with people in their neighborhoods and also with the neighborhoods because they're going to be there, but to help build their capacity to have block captains and house parties and be looking out and watching out for each other, because that's how you keep your street safe, that's how you keep 2 streets safe, and that's how you keep a block safe.
So if this sounds like something you're interested in, you can sign up for SAPD's text notifications by texting SAPD to the number you see on your screen right now, 39987.
And there are only 2 choices for the jury in the Otis McKANE trial. The man convicted of killing San Antonio Police Detective Benjamin Marconi may be sentenced to death by lethal injection or life without parole. Now, we're about a month into this trial. Tomorrow, victim impact statements are set to take place in the case. Judge Ron Runhell making that ruling today. A San Antonio police officer who worked alongside Marconi and the detective's family are scheduled to take the stand. Those statements set to begin at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The jury will be expected to come to a verdict once all the statements are made. You can continue to stream the trial online at KSAT.com.
They were shot while shopping at a Walmart in El Paso. Today marks 2 years to the day. Those 23 people were killed, many others injured. The call for justice continues. The community of El Paso honoring the lives lost with several memorials around that city. One memorial at a park involved a procession of black crosses, each carrying the name of a victim. El Paso Congresswoman Veronica Escobar calling for stricter gun laws at the memorial and asking all Americans to reach out to lawmakers and make their voices heard. Members of El Paso City Council also read out the names of the victims in another ceremony, ringing a bell in their remembrance. President Joe Biden also sending a message to El Paso today.
To the families who lost loved ones, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Jill and I send our love, and I know how hard these anniversaries are, as I said. No matter how much time has passed, it brings it all back like it happened that second.
President Biden also saying survivors of this tragedy are left with their own mental traumas, asking if some sort of mental health resource may still be needed for the El Paso area. Prosecutors say the shooter had the intent of killing immigrants and Mexicans August 3rd, 2019. Defense attorneys claim he was in a psychotic state at the time. He's currently facing 90 federal charges, including hate crime charges. The pandemic pushing back the next hearing to November due to a backlog in cases. Spurs fans dealing with some disappointing news still ahead on the Nightbeat. The departure of Patty Mills, where the beloved athlete is now heading, and the other team he denied. Coming up.
And a fall from rising office, New York's governor facing fallout after a new report links him to sexual harassment. The president now chiming in.
Plus, police hoping the sound of a masked gunman's voice may help in his identification. We revisit the unsolved murder of a local store clerk. Next on the Nightbeat. A woman killed while on the job. A year later, the hunt for the man who killed that convenience store clerk continues. Police in Garden Ridge releasing surveillance video with audio in hopes someone might recognize the suspect's voice. We want to warn you, some might find this video disturbing.
Hurry up, hurry up. You know, lift it.
This capital murder case taking place northwest of San Antonio. 40-year-old Polly Anna Smotherman followed the suspect's demands to the T, but was killed anyway. It happened at the Easy Mart in the 19,500 block of FM 3009. If you recognize this man or have any information about Smotherman's murder, call the Comal County Crime Stoppers at 830-640-TIPS. There's a reward of up to $5,000 in this case.
Repulsive and unlawful behavior. That's what New York Lieutenant Governor says about a report against the New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. The New York Attorney General linking Cuomo with sexual harassment of multiple women. John Lawrence has the latest.
I think he should resign.
President Biden calling for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's resignation after a damning Attorney General report found Cuomo sexually harassed at least 11 women.
The most serious was the governor's unwelcome physical contact with women, including touching intimate body parts. Everything is documented. Things were very well corroborated.
It was a culture where you could not say no to the governor.
New and renewed calls are now growing for Cuomo to step down.
And I do believe he should resign.
We continue to believe that the governor should resign.
Accepting responsibility means stepping down. So I don't believe him, and I don't want an apology. It's not necessary. It's fake.
Cuomo's attorney is slamming the Attorney General's finding as unfair and inaccurate, and the governor is defiantly denying them.
I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances.
There's no penalty specifically tied to this report. The women can decide, some of the women can decide themselves if they want to bring a civil action.
Now, at least 55 of the 63 members of the New York State Senate, which would vote to remove Governor Cuomo if he were to be impeached, have called for his resignation.
I think the Assembly will take a look at the facts and hopefully, if that's the way to do it, then move forward with that.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Live cam tonight as you take a look towards the airport there. 84 degrees. Nothing to complain about heat-wise in August so far.
Oh, yeah, but earlier I did wake up and it was still a bit cloudy. So, Adam, what can you tell us about that?
Well, we have some of those clouds popping up, but not many of them are dropping showers. So I do think that we'll see increasing rain chances for one day this week, and that's on Thursday. We bumped them up to 40%, so scattered in nature, so a little more numerous than what we saw out there today. Speaking of today, let's take a look at some of the showers that we have ongoing right now. We've got a frontal boundary stalled across our area, so it's still triggering and kickstarting a few showers and thunderstorms. Most of them brief. Hold together a little bit between Victoria and Goliad. Get into Lavaca County, just east of Hallettsville. Some light to moderate rain, should be pretty brief there as well. And then between Seguin and Stockdale, you see a moderate to heavy shower that just popped up and some scattered activity there in that small area. Goliad County actually seen some of the heaviest action with a decent amount of lightning and thunder, but overall we don't have a whole lot of rainfall out there. But you look just west of San Antonio, Rio Medina, that's where we've got one downpour that popped up, and just west of SeaWorld and Alamo Ranch, we've had a few little showers out there just west of 1604 in Bexar County. Now, the actual frontal boundary has pushed itself a little further north and closer to San Antonio. That's one reason why we're seeing those little showers popping up there tonight. So about a 20 to 30% chance tonight and tomorrow morning, and that'll be the case into the afternoon as well. There's the frontal boundary. Down, it was to the south of us. Now it's basically right overhead. It's just a convergence zone where the surface winds come together, and then that helps generate a little bit of lift to utilize the instability in the atmosphere and kickstart some showers and storms. Going forward, I like our feature cast and how it shows things. Some clouds in the morning tomorrow, sure. By the afternoon, we see some isolated, widely separated hit or miss downpours popping up. Don't pay very close attention to the exact location. That's not what we're looking at here, just the mere fact that it's developing a handful of showers in the afternoon. Then we get into Thursday. We get some upper level support coming from the south and from the north. Not a lot of upper level support, but enough to generate more numerous showers. So you see Thursday 4 a.m. activity to the south, and then that pushing northward during the day on Thursday. That's why we think Thursday is really our best chance going forward of seeing more numerous showers and more people actually getting in on some of that rain. 75 degrees this morning, then we topped out at 93. That's it. The average high is 97, the record 103. Right now we're at 84. Feels like it's 5 degrees warmer because of that stickiness outside. Hondo's 83. Fredericksburg 76, 87 Del Rio. And for the most part, we're in the low to mid 80s right now. We'll continue to see those temperatures gradually drop, settle in the mid 70s tomorrow morning. Some of those isolated showers popping up here and there during the day, but where they do pop up, usually they're pretty heavy for a brief period of time. 92 the high temperature tomorrow. You get to the border along the Rio Grande and we're closer to the mid 90s. And that's where we're going to be this weekend. Nothing but sunshine this weekend and near average in the mid 90s.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, the Spurs sign another Australian, but he's going to have a hard time replacing the guy that they let go.
You think about the legacy that Patty has left behind. Started out as basically a cheerleader, turned into a significant contributor to the 2013 team that went to the NBA Finals and the 2014 that won the NBA championship. And it's still a tough loss for Spurs fans and the community for what he has done for the city. When we come back, more about that, where he is headed and where he could have gone. And Dak suffers a setback. Coming up. After signing 2 new free agents, the Spurs said goodbye to 3 familiar faces today. None more painful to the Spurs faithful than Patty Mills. Mills had endeared himself to more than Spurs fans. He was a team and community leader. Who could forget what he and his wife Alyssa did for the business community during the pandemic in his home country, raising awareness and funds for Australia's indigenous population. Patty has agreed to a 2-year, $12 million deal to suit up for the Brooklyn Nets. And we are told he could have suited up for the Lakers, but chose the Nets instead. That would have made it even tougher if he returned to San Antonio in purple and gold. With his departure goes the last member of the 2014 championship team, the 2013 that made it to the NBA Finals. We wish Patty and Alyssa nothing but the best on their new life adventure. One Aussie out, another in the Spurs organization after they signed Australian big man Jock Landale to a 2-year contract, according to The Athletic. He's a 6'11 center who is playing in the Olympics for his home country. Also saying goodbye to Spurs fans today, Rudy Gay. He's agreed to a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Utah Jazz. 34 Gay leaves the Spurs after 4 seasons in silver and black. He said goodbye to the Spurs fans today on on Instagram. Man, what a ride. Shout out to my Spurs family and the city of San Antonio. The past years have been an unforgettable journey. I enjoyed every moment. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of it. Excited for what's next. Gay also posted this welcome to Utah sign. DeJounte Murray replied with family forever. Wagner alum and the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award winner Jordan Clarkson, who is now Rudy's teammate in Utah, also replies with a fire emoji. Sure, he's pretty fired up to have Rudy in Salt Lake City. But the biggest deal for one of the most familiar faces in the Spurs goes to DeMar DeRozan. He didn't leave the Spurs empty-handed. Chicago Bulls and the Spurs worked out a sign and trade deal that will have DeMar suit up for the Bulls for 3 years, $85 million contract in exchange for 2 players and 3 draft picks, including a number 1. DeMar has been playing for the Spurs since the summer of 2018 after the forced Kawhi Leonard trade to Toronto. So here's the deal here in black and white. DeMar, 3-year, $85 million contract to play for the Bulls. The Spurs get Thad Young, Al-Farouq Aminu, his expiring contract that goes with that, the first-round pick in 2025, second-round 2023, and second-round pick in 2025. First game in the Spurs Summer League in Utah, taking on one of the 2 Jazz squads. First quarter, Ska Labissiere with the big-time dunk. Spurs starters went 0 for 11 in the first. Jazz were up 17-10 after 1. San Antonio would tie it twice in the second quarter, but we're still down 3 at the half. Rookie Justin Turner didn't look bad. He finished with 13 points. Rookie Matt Mitchell added 11 points, but the Jazz run away within the second half. They win easily, 87-58.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dak Prescott did not throw today at practice, will not play in the Hall of Fame game in Canton on Thursday after suffering a setback. That's according to his head coach, Mike McCarthy, who says the earliest a Cowboys star quarterback could return is August the 10th, which is a week from today after the face of the franchise strained a muscle in his throwing shoulder last Wednesday. Meantime, the Houston Texans went through their first practice in pads today after starting their training camp a week later than the Cowboys. So what does that mean to head coach and the players when it comes to this significant moment in camp in Houston?
Well, the significance of that is now we start to play football. Now, guys right now, it won't be as hesitant as they have been because when you're in shells and you're in shorts, you kind of hold back when you get to the ball. Once you get pads on, I mean, we're running through things. We're finishing things a lot better. We got pads on. We're protected, and that's football.
It's like the first day of school. It's exciting, man. And we all know that what we've been doing the last couple of days is a whole lot of fun, but real football gets played when the pads get put on.
All right, Deshaun Watson was not on the field of practice today. Cully would not give a real reason why he was not there. High school football workouts kick off next. My favorite time of the year, high school football workouts have begun in the state of Texas and right here in San Antonio for some schools, despite the rough weather at the start. As a result, we begin our big game coverage previews with a look at the Marion Bulldogs today. The Bulldogs returned 15 starters for head coach Ryan Miller, 8 on offense, 7 on defense, off a team that went 3-3 in District 14 3A Division I and made the playoffs, making it to by district. Bulldogs were led by great senior class, by the way, starting with Tanner Beakley, who's back and returning for almost 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, rushing for another 492 yards and 12 TDs.
Yeah, no, we've got a great senior class this year. We're excited to hit the ground running this morning. Obviously, handle a little adversity with the weather and everything. But we've got 22 seniors that have been in our program for 4 years now. And like I said, they're excited and the coaches are excited. And we've got a great underclassmen class coming up. And like I said, we're ready to hit the ground running.
Jordanton's always won. Randolph, we always got to worry about them guys. But I think that the amount of seniors we got and the amount of leadership we have will definitely come on top.
How fun is the season going to be for you being a senior?
Should be great. We have a lot of underclassmen. It's going to be fun to teach them up and show them, different ways of how to, handle themselves, handle adversity, and just push them to their personal best.
And the Bulldogs will kick off their season on the road against Hyde Park in Austin on Friday, August the 27th at 7 p.m. The entire season here in San Antonio area kicks off on August the 26th, which is a Thursday, and right around the corner.
Yes, it is. And you guys are ready.
We are. We're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, want to make a quick clarification about the number to text if you'd like to sign up for the SAPD text alerts. We said the right number, but we showed on the screen the wrong number earlier. The correct number on your screen, if you'd like to sign up, all you have to do is text SAPD to 39987. Just 1-8, 39987. That's the number to text. And that does it for the Nightbeat. Don't forget, Good Morning San Antonio starts at 4:30.
Have a good night.